This
Class,
conference will now be
we will
recorded.
start the most important topic, which is used in the real time. Whatever you have done till now gave you a confidence as well as a feel how the lightning components and how in basic, in general, the controller works, right? These are just on the upper layer of the water. We were in the upper layer of the water for last 7 days. Now, today onwards, let's start going down slowly, and try to understand what exactly happens in the real time. Nobody in the real time will give you a calculation or a calculator, simple interest calculator, or a greater number calculator. Nobody will give you that. Mostly in the real time, you would be interacting form to database based architecture. One input form, the data has to be saved in the database. For example, if you are implementing a project for Apollo Hospital, if you are implementing a project for Indigo Airlines, airline management, the basic requirement that is expected from you guys would be what? Creating and passenger registration form or a patient registration form. It could be a self-service form. It could be a right. It could be a employee operated form. That means as soon as you walk to a hospital, you fill the form. By looking at the form, the receptionist or the doctor assistant, whoever it is, should be able to register a patient. Should be able to register a patient. Now, we have not been interacting with the database anytime. So today onwards, we will start interacting with sObject data types. Let's talk about what is sObject. Most of you know that. What is an sObject data type? What is an sObject data type? It is nothing but all the objects, or in other words, the tables that are available in Salesforce, right? All the default tables, out of box tables like accounts, contacts, leads, opportunity, cases, right? Users, whatever you take, whenever you open a Salesforce, whatever you're able to see, they are called sObject. How can I access those? Not only that, you create a custom object. I create my own tables, right? Passenger, payments, operations, diagnostic, doctors, right? Where I maintain the list of all doctors, which doctor is treating which patient, what are the different diagnostic proposed. I want to make an end-to-end system. How can I access a custom object and a system object? That's the whole question. So let's start with it. Rupam at the rate lt96.com, password CRM1234 hash. I'm logging with my credential, right? Okay, there we go. I go to my setup. I click on developer console. That's the tool what we are using for developing our Lightning application as well as Lightning component. We are still in the Lightning component. We are trying to learn as much as on the components because it is the component which will be used in the real time. In the real time, you'll be completely working on creating components. Remember this very well. Now I click on file, new, I say Lightning component, right? As I'm following a standard naming culture, LC underscore 1905 underscore EG1 underscore sObject data type, sObject. I copy the name, Control C. I click on submit. Okay, let me open another notepad and keep this component name there because we need this name when we're calling in the application. Right, there we go. So, aura attribute. Aura attribute. Name of the attribute equals to what? Equals to ACC. Type equals to. This is the place where we have been taking integers, string. Now I take account. What is the type of data it will hold? Account. Next, Default, must. I'll tell you where it's must and where it's not. Default. Default equals to sObject. sObject type. sObject type, right? sObject type account. Default equals to sObject type account. This is how you declare an sObject data type. Now, what is this? What is this? If you remember in your development classes, if you remember, your trainer would have told you account A is a sObject data type. sObject data type, account A, right? I will say system.debug. System.debug. System.debug what? A. A. Right? If I run it, will I get an error? No. Program is perfectly fine. Now, whenever you want to create account, right? You want to create account. What we do? Account. Account. ACC equals to new account. What I'm doing? I'm initializing the account. Whatever the variable that I created, I'm initializing those variable with an initializer called as new constructor. It's a default constructor. New. I'm initializing. I'm instantiating, right? Initialization. Instant. Inst. I'm just creating an instance of it. Instantiation I'm doing, right? New account. Then only I can go ahead and I can say acc.name equals to acc.name equals to, right, equals to Rupam technology, Rupam tech, right? acc dot phone, acc.phone equals to 777. Then I can say system.debug. System.debug what? acc. Will this code works? Yes. Execute highlighted. Perfect. No issues. Debug. Yeah. Can I do the same thing with here? Control C. Account A. A dot. A dot. No, you cannot. Can I run this? Answer is no, you cannot. Execute highlighted. You'll have an error. Null point error. Because in the buffer memory, in the page reference memory, in the L2 cache memory, right, there is no space allocated to A. A has only one variable, one memory location is allocated for this variable called as A. It cannot accommodate the name, phone, fax, billing city, mailing city, industry, SIC code. There could be 30 to 100. There could be 300 field inside the accounts. I cannot accommodate it unless and until I initialize it. Initialization is required. This command is equals to, this command, right, is equals to, what is that? New account. Whatever I'm typing here, this default is equals to, I'm instantiating. I'm initializing, right? I'm initializing this variable called ACC. It's required. Whenever you want to input a data, then I need this. Then Rupam, where do we use account A? Where do we use account A? Okay. So if you're initializing it, then for new account, whenever you want to create a new account, you need to initialize the variable with a new keyword. That's exactly what we are doing with the default keyword here. With the default keyword, you are initializing the variable. Then where do you use ACC? ACC is used to hold a data. Hold a data. For example, account A equals to. account A equals to, what is that? You will write a SQL query. Select ID, comma, name, comma, phone from ACCOUNT account, from account, limit, right? LIMIT, limit 1, because this is a single memory location. Limit 1, right? Run this. Execute highlighted, it will work. No error. No error. It works. Account A, that means if I don't write default, I remove it, Control X. This is used to hold data. Hold data. Rupam, from where the data is coming? From the controller. If you're passing a data, then this is enough. But whenever you want to create a new account and you want to pass it from component to controller, this line is must. Otherwise, it will not work. Clear now? Clear now? This is a single account. Remember this. Single account. Single account. If I want to accept more than one account, then what I have to say? Either I have to declare an array or I have to declare a list data type. List. List of ACCOUNT. Whenever you want to hold more than one data, AC, more than, here see that limit 1, only one is pulled. Now see that what I'm doing, right? Equals to, I'm removing the limit. Complete account. If there are 100 accounts, all the 100 will be stored here, because the data type is what? List, collection, more than one. Here it will store only one data, only one. Here, right? Multiple. These are holdings. Hold the data, hold the data, hold the data. But whenever you initialize, this is to create data. Create data. Whenever you want to create a data, you have to initialize that variable. Right? Okay, clear? I say execute. No error anywhere, everything is fine. Those were Apex program. I'm trying to correlate this with the same program here, right? The same program here. I'm trying to correlate this with the same program here, right? That's good. Understood. Now let's go ahead and use it. Now, see, keep on watching. Lightning card. Lightning card, right? Lightning card. Title equals to. This program will be doing again. So it's better that we copy and paste somewhere. Title equals to. Title equals to what? I will say account. Account. Again, icon name. You go ahead and put it. I don't mind. You go ahead and put it. We will talk about it later. Right? You go ahead and put it. Okay. So perfectly fine. Now, how can I input the data? Right? With the lightning input, as you know, LIGHT, NING, lightning, INPUT, lightning input. Label equals to account name, right? Value equals to what? Right? Value equals to exclamation V dot. What is your attribute name? ACC. V dot ACC dot name. V dot ACC dot name. Because ACC is account type. In the account, there is a field called as name. System automatically takes it. Control C. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Account phone. Account fax. Account, right? Industry, right? Account rating, right? ACC dot phone.
Sir,
ACC dot fax. Yes, tell me.
yeah, what if we give you a field which was not there?
First, you have
It
to
will show
create
error
this
or
field. Yes,
it will
obviously.
take.
You no. you have to first create that field in the object, then only you can use it here,
Okay.
right? Else it will give an error.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Next, lightning button, button button. Label equals to what? Submit. Lightning button label equals to submit. On click. Oh, label equals to submit. On click. On click what? On click what? Exclamation. C dot show me. Call me, show me. These are some default actions always I'll be writing. Right? As usual, you know that we will put the button in aura set. AURA aura. Right? We will put this button in aura set. Right? Everyone knows this by default, how to play with it. What happened? Okay, it's blocked somewhere. Right. So aura set attribute equals to what? Actions. Perfect. We have created. Perfect. We have created. Right? We have created. Right? We have created the values. We have created. Right?
Sir, can you
We
explain that again? That value equal
which
to
one?
v dot acc dot name, why we have written like that?
Because the reason is that your attribute is ACC. ACC is what type of attribute? Account type of attribute. Automatically ACC will hold multiple all the fields. ACC dot name, ACC dot phone, because ACC is account, S object. It's nothing but table. In the table, there are so many columns. Table is also a data type in Salesforce. Whole table itself is a data type in Salesforce. Here, account is the table. In the table, there are 100 columns. All those columns, one by one, I'm taking it. Phone, fax, you can take more. You can take more. You can take more. You can take more. Right? Now, that's perfectly fine. Control S. You can see that, I will not have any issues, right? So let's me go ahead and create new lightning application. I will change this to LA, right? Submit. I'm creating an application, right? I'll say extends, extends to what? To force SLDS, lightning design system. Here, I will call C colon. What is the application what is the component that I created? LC. Control S. Click on preview. You get the account page. You get the account form there, right? Account name, phone, fax, industry, industry, right? Industry, rating, right? By now, somebody should already would have asked me, Rupam, industry is a drop-down box. It's a pick list. Why am I not getting a drop-down box? Rating is a pick list. Whenever I go to my account, right, you see that these fields are what? These fields are pick list fields. I'm not getting those pick list fields yet, right? You go to account, you click on new account, right? What is this industry? Rating, you have a choice, hot, warm, cold. Industry is a choice. Banking, chemical, biotechnology, agriculture, energy, finance, media. But am I getting the same structure here? Here I have to enter. Everything is text. Everything is text. Everything is text. Right? Wait, we'll come there. The next step will be that. Everything is text. Perfectly fine, Rupam. Right? As soon as I enter the data, RUPM Rupam, right? Phone 777, right? Fax, right? 999. Nothing. No issues. Now, suppose you remove this. I'm removing it now. Control X. I'm saving it. See the difference. I go here. I refresh the component again. I type name up. See, as soon as I type, I get error. Cannot read the property name of null. Name of null. Cannot read the property name of null. Wherever you click, I till the time I click, no issues. As soon as I type 9, immediately an error on the screen. Phone of null. Because there is no initialization happen. There is no initialization happen. Hence, whenever you are trying to create an account, contact, this default is must. This default is must. Accept a new data. To accept a new data, right? Default is must. To show an existing data, I don't need default. Already the data is there in the database. I want to pull. That time I don't need this. I don't need to initialize. Whenever you are accepting a new data, then only you need to initialize it. Whenever you are just pulling a data and displaying a data in a read-only mode, then you don't need this, right? It is required. As you go inside, you'll be able to understand. Now, just remember that to accept a new data for an input, I need to initialize the variable. To initialize the variable, how do I initialize? sObject type account. sObject type account. Now we have written show me, control C, controller, right? How to get this data inside? How can I get it? How can I get it? This data inside, right? How can I get this? You can use ID, not a problem. You can find by ID, there is no, but however it's recommended that, see, I have to use attribute. Oh, sorry. I have to use attribute. Can I remove the attribute? Can I achieve this? No. Can I remove the attribute and can I achieve this? No. Your answer is no, you cannot. So you have to must and should use attribute. That was the reason when last week somebody asked me, where should we use attribute and where we shouldn't? Right? Without using an attribute, I can directly call this input inside by ID. But in that case, I cannot use like this, acc.name, acc.phone. For sObject, attribute is compulsory. For sObject, attribute is compulsory. Because without attribute, you cannot have ACC. Without ACC, you cannot have acc.name, acc.phone. Then you cannot use aura ID. AURA aura ID equals to what? Field 1. Yes. Now with an aura ID, I can directly pull this data inside the controller. I can pull that. But attribute is must. Attribute is must. When we are using an attribute, then better that we call it by attribute only. If you want to call by ID, you can call it. But I told you I'll be mostly using what? With an attribute only. Show me how to get an attribute. Where? I'll tell you the reason why. var where. Oh, sorry. var where. Where what? ACC is equals to component dot get. Get what? Get what? V dot. What is the field name? Field name is ACC, right? In a single go, I got all this ACC storing name, phone, fax, industry rating. In a single command, I pulled all the data inside the component, inside the controller. All the component data in a single. But if you declare ID, then again you have to pull one by one. Or ID equals to field 1, or ID equals to field 2, or ID equals to field 3, or ID equals to field 4, or ID equals to field 5. If you use ID here, then what will happen? Here you have to use find, right? Component dot find or ID dot get value.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Can we use same name like object name and variable name? Here it's taking as a object name, right? ACC variable.
That's okay. Yes, we can. No
Okay.
issues.
Okay, sir.
No
Thank you.
issues. Right? No issues. No issues. Now, console. Now, what I want to print, right? One more concept. In Salesforce Lightning, we don't have debugger. If there's an error, system will not tell you which line the error is. There is no specialized debugging mechanism available. We have an interpreter. We don't have a compiler. Java doesn't have a compiler. It has only interpreter. Hence, there is no debug. Right. In real time, how do we debug? We use console.log, or we use alerts. Multiple places will insert alert. I will say what? I will enter a text. ACCOUNT account name ENTRED entered equals to what? Plus. What is the variable? ACC. ACC dot name. Similarly, see, second one again, account phone entered is ACC dot phone. In a single go with a single attribute, we call the complete account insight. That is the reason that we don't use ID here. Because if you go by ID, then you have to individually get the IDs. That means if there are 100 field, then you have to declare 100 variable to get the ID, to get the data. IDs with Aura ID, we use it only for primitive data type. For sObject data type, we always use attribute because attribute is only single. In single, I can say create multiple. From a single, I can create multiple. When I import it in the controller, there also I import as a single. Within the single, all the field get included. I'm saying ACC. I'm saying what? I'm just saying ACC, right? I'm saying what? I'm just saying ACC, right? I'm just showing you the ACC. But with the ACC, what I get? I get the whole data inside. Control S, right? Everywhere it's save, save, save. That's fine. Let's go now. Let's, right? Where will I see the output? Right click on your browser. Right click on your browser. Click on inspect. Click on inspect. Click on console. Whatever the data that you type, name equals to Rupam, phone equals to 888, fax equals to 777, industry equals to banking, rating equals to hot. I click on submit. You see that? The data appears here. Account name entered Rupam. Here is the data. Account phone enter 8888888. I didn't give a space there, so here also space is not coming up. In the controller, I should have given space, space, control S, control S. With me, what I'm saying, see, I'm not displaying the data anywhere. Whatever you're typing, whenever you click this button, I want console.log. In the log, in the browser log, add this. In the browser log, add this. In the browser log, add this. Clear now? Clear now? How to work with this data? How to work with this data? Yes, yes, understood. sObject data type, clear or no? Yes.
Yes.
Can I use more than one sObject data type? Answer is yes. In the single component, can I call only one attribute account? No. You can immediately put the next one called as attribute aura aura attribute. Same thing I'll copy rather than writing. Control C. Name equals to con. Type equals to contacts is equals to contacts. Over. This is one lightning card. This is one lightning card, right? I will have one more lightning card. Complete second lightning card. Control C. Second lightning card. I will say contacts. Everywhere it will be contact first name. FIRST first name. Contact last name. Contact last name. Contact email. Contact phone. Right? So enough this couple of fields. What are the contact fields? It is just to show you. Here v dot co and con, because our attribute is what? Con. Our attribute is what? Con. Con dot what? FIRST. First name. Last name. Email. Control S. Done. You can go to the controller.
It's con dot.
What is
In
that?
last name
CON.
contact.
Oh, con is, I forgot the con. Con. Fine. Con dot email. Right? Done. Right? How to get the data? As usual. Control C. CN. Here, what is attribute? CON. Somebody asked me, can I have the same? Yes. Earlier ACC is same. Now I can take here CON also. Console.log. Same button only I'm saying. Contact. First name entered. Entered is con dot or CN dot. First name. Control S. Rupam, can we have a standard object? Can you have a custom object? Yes, why not? Control C. Do you have any custom objects? No, right? Let me quickly create one and show you, because somebody will say, sir, it's working with system, it's not working with custom. You're only showing. Why I'm showing system object? Because these are easy to remember, right? I go to my objects and fields. I click on object manager. I'm creating a custom object. Create a custom object. What is the custom object name? Custom object name is passenger. Passenger table. Plural name, passengers. By default, system is creating a field. I will say passenger first name, text field, right? Allow reports, activity, yes, 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 right? Allow search, allow this, launch a custom tab wizard, save, save, right? What is the tab style? Choose any one color. Click next. Default for which profile? All the profile. Click next. Where do you want to see? I want to see it everywhere. Click save. Whether you go to sales, you'll be able to see passenger where you go, right? Now I come to my right fields and relationship. I click on some fields new. I will say passenger last name, whatever field it is. It's a text field. It's a text field. Click next. What is that? It's a text field. Passenger last name. How many character? 50 character. Click next. Click next. Click next. Click save and new. I create one more field. What field? Right? I will say that email field. email, passenger email. All these are custom I'm creating. Passenger email. Click next, click next, click save. Done. Right? What is my table name? My sObject name is passenger underscore C. Control C. I go here. I will set type sObject type. What is the attribute name? pass. I'll create one more card. Control C. I will say passenger. Right? I will say passenger first name, passenger last name, passenger email. Right? What is pass? Pass, pass, pass. What is the first name field? I go here. Fields and relationship. First name is the name field. Passenger first name. Always take the field name. Name. Dot name. Next. Passenger last name. This is the field name. Control C. Passenger last name. Next. Email. We created email now. Here it is. Passenger underscore email underscore C. Control S. There are three cards. I go here. Right? Console.log. Next. Passenger. Right? Entered. What is that? Where? Copy. You have to bring the data in first. Where what? PS. What is the data? Here is attribute. Get v.ps. PS dot. What is the field name? Is it a first name? No, it's called only name. Control C. See, I have three. Control S. Let's go here and click on preview. There are three cards. Account card, contact card, passenger card. You can enter everything. Name A. Phone 22222. Contact first name B. Passenger first name C. There are 3 times submit button. Any button will call, all the 3 buttons will call the same action. You can see that. Account name A, phone number enter 222. Contact first name enter is B. Passenger first name entered is C. Right? Passenger. Now Rupam, definitely understood. Everybody understood what I'm trying to explain? Yes. How to use an sObject data type? I'm no more using, right? I'm no more using integer, right? Length, breadth, area calculation, PTR by 100, simple interest calculation. No, those are just practice. Now we are trying to build the page. Clear? How to use sObject data type? Wait, it is not yet over. There are so many things in sObject. Till here, everyone understood? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
A passenger attribute, your default type is system object. Can you check it?
Sorry.
At default, hello.
Yep.
Yeah, the default equal to sObject type. Passenger
Passenger
is
underscore.
custom object.
Passenger is
Custom object, right? But you put the
in
yes.
Apex. There is nothing called C object. Even passenger comes under sObject. sObject data type. In the class I have told you in the development, all cObject, sObject comes under sObject only, right? When you go here, right? I can, this is what account sObject. Can't I say now passenger P equals to new passenger? Passenger P, passenger P. Yes, execute highlighted, no error. Even custom objects are also treated as a subject data type. sObject data type includes custom object and system object. Clear? Simple line answer. Remember this. Any
Got
type of objects would be defined like this. Perfect, Rupam. We got it. We understood. Long program. Thank you. But we didn't like the way it's coming up here. We didn't like the way it's coming up here. One below the other. We didn't like it. We want, why this is whole passenger field is so long, name field, phone field, right here. This is not the way I want. I want my page to be displayed like this. How? When I go to account, when I open the account, right? When I open the account, you see that one card, this card on the top, I'm highlighting it, right? This card which I'm selecting, red line, if you are able to see, I don't know, this red, it's one card, full page card. Whereas the next card is, right, 3 by 4th page card. 3 by 4th page card. Next card is, okay, wait. Next card is 1 by 4th page card. 1 by 4th page card. How can I arrange? Now when I'm saying, right, for example, this, there are 3 cards here. 3. There are total 3 cards. There are total, how many cards are there? 3 cards are there. 3 cards. This is the first card. This is the second card. This is the third card. All the cards are adjusted, but my cards are coming one below the other. How can I do this? How can I do this? Right, let's see this. The new concept that we are going to learn is called layout. Is called layout. Is called layout. Right? I'm keeping it here, it is as it is. File, new, lightning component. LC underscore example 2 underscore layout. Layout. Submit. Second example for today, layout. Layout. Right? All the cards. First one, keep on watching. Lightning layout. Lightning layout. Inside the layout, you have a layout item. Lightning layout item. Each item, the whole screen is divided into layouts. Where do you see? Whenever you go to the dashboard, I should have one report first. I should have a report first. I'm just creating something, okay? Reports, opportunity, continue, right? I just drag the stage to group by. stage. Those who don't know can leave it, ignore. Wait, OPPAAA. If you're not able to understand, don't worry about it. We are least bothered what I'm doing here, right? When I go to dashboard, when I click on new dashboard, right? Can you see, right? This whole screen is divided into columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many columns the screen is divided? 12 column. Any component you can place, for example, I want to place, let's assume that this is a component. I can place it, how many columns it's occupying? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drag to 4.5, 5. Drag to 5.5, 6. One component here. Components, it says component, right? I'm dragging one more. Let's say that I drag one more. Anything, I don't mind. It's a second component. You can put the component here. See? Or how our account card is looking. Our account card is looking like this. First component is a 12. 12 is component. Don't see the picture inside. First component is like this. Account. Second, it's a 3/4 card. 3/4. Full till here. Second component. Don't see the pictures. What is inside? See the structure only. Square boxes. The third component is what? I'm just taking anything. Right? The third component was here. It was here. But there was no gap. So this was 3/4. Okay. How many component? 3. The third component was like this. Don't see the graphs and everything. Just watch what I'm trying to explain you. Is it not the same structure? Can you see now? First one, this red gone. Second structure, right? Second structure, 3/4. Second structure, 3/4. Third structure, right? This part. See how the components or card are even been arranged. We arrange it what? In a columns. How many column? Can you see 12 column? This card is occupying how much? This component or this card, this component or this card, this component or this card, this component or this card is occupying 12. This is occupying how much? 8. 8? No, 7. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 7. Number of
Yes, yes,
columns
yes.
is occupying is 7. This is occupying how much?
5.
Number of column occupied is 5. That means we measure in columns. We measure in columns. The whole purpose of showing you this is that we measure in columns. Let's come to the development. Lightning layout, right? Size. Size equals to 12. That means full long card. Whatever you put here, it will be 12. Inside layout, one line can have only 12. Right? 4. Keep on watching. 3. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12. Actually, this is whole one line now. This is whole one line now. 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. Here, this is one line. Inside this, I will say layout 1. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Layout 2, layout 3, layout 4 layout 5, actually I will say 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. Control S. Keep on watching first the output, right? For now, because I'm doing a rubbish, right? I'm not creating one more app. I'm going to the previous example app only, and I'm replacing this. Control S. Because I just want to show an output rather than creating a new app, right? This view. What happened? I got only one layout, 12. I got only one layout called layout 1. Rupam, where is the remaining layouts? Where is the remaining layout? Where is the remaining layout? Where is 2.1, 2.2? Here you have to say multiple rows equals to 2. Multiple rows on the top. Multiple rows equals to 2. Otherwise, it will taking only first row, only one row. Oh, its first row is what? 12. You used it. Suppose okay, let me show you. True. Suppose I don't use this command, Control X. I don't use the first row. Now you see Control S, update preview. See, layout 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. It's taking the first only, single. Whichever is the first, system is taking. These all are only one line. One line has how many? 12. So that's the reason, right? It's taking how much? 3 plus 3 plus 3. It's not 1. 1 doesn't mean this 2.1. 1 means 12. Sum should be 12. Sum should be 12. That means 1 for me. This 4 consists of 12. That means system is taking 4. If you take 2, 2, 2, system will take 6. 12 equals to 1. Right? Here, Control Z. Already the 12 is over. That's the reason system is taking only the first element. System is not even taking this. Right? System is taking first element. Right? Able to understand? 12 equals to 1 row. 1 row count is 12. If you don't use lightning layout, multiple rows equals to true, system will take only one row. One row consists of 12. Here, this whole 3 elements are making one row. 3 element is making one row. Clear now? So I will say multiple rows true. Control S. Go ahead. Let's refresh. This whole is one card now, top card, and remaining are like this. Right? The whole layout is layout 1 has occupied the first row. In the second row, there are four layouts, layout items. Each item can be card. That's exactly what I'm trying to show you. Lightning card. Okay. First declare the attributes. Copy. I go here. Component. Aura attribute. First one. Lightning card. Account is a card. Control C. You want to put it inside where? 12. Whole long page. Full long page. Next. Next. Right? Next. In the layout 2.1, I'm going to copy and paste contact. Control C. In the layout 2.1, I'm removing the layout and I say Control V. Next, passenger, I copy it. Control C. Where I put it? I put in the layout 2.2. Do I have anything? No. So let me remove, right, the remaining layout. Then I will say 6 plus 6, 12. It's not compulsory. Wait. Control S. Now I refresh the page. See, account is full, passenger is half, passenger is half, passenger is half, passenger is half. See, okay, Rupam, I want 4 4 4 plus 4 8, 4 plus 4 8, another 4 is remaining, another 4 is remaining. What will happen? Keep on watching. There'll be gap. There is empty space there for the another 4 to come in. There is empty space there for another 4 to come in. Total 12. Total 12. Rupam, in between I want to give one column gap. Go ahead. Rupam, in between I want to give one column gap. Between this contact and passenger, what I will do? I will create a one column gap. Lightning, what I will say? Oh, sorry, not here. Control Z. I'm in a wrong place. I've given a gap. Yeah. One layout is over. Between that, I will say lightning layout, and it should end with layout item. Control S. You see that now the output. Come here, refresh. You see, in between there is a gap. In between there is a gap. Anything we can play with this. I will say 5. 5 plus 5, 10. Now, Rupam, what will happen this? 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 5, 14. Control S. What will happen? Keep on watching. What will happen? Right? 12 is the max size. Now it's going 14. It will push to the next line. It will be pushed to the next line. So always make sure that one line. Now I'll say gap of 2. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. Control S. I come here. I press refresh. See, this is how it's looking. Gap of 2, or right, gap of 2, right, 5. I will say one as 6 and another as 1, right? Rupam, if I go ahead and if I say 13 on the top, 15, what will happen? Error. What will happen? Error. What will happen? Error. Error. It should be between 1 to 12 only. Should be between 1 to 12 only. Because the maximum size available is what? 12. 12. Control S. Control S. Now you see one gap, right? I don't want gap, right? One is 6, one is 7. 7 plus 5, 13. Guys, able to understand the layouts? How I can go ahead? Oh, it's pushed down. That means sum is more than 7 plus 5 is 13.
Empty is there. One column is
One column is there, no? So 7 plus 5 plus 1. So remove it. Control S. Perfect. See, this is how your lightning card has been placed in the account. 3. This was a smaller card. You know how to build that card. Yes? Everybody has created that component, right? Everybody has created that component. Why can't inside this layout, this is the layout item. Remove everything and call that component. Remove this. Sorry, lightning card, complete card. I am removing it. What is that? C colon. You created it long back. You need not to recreate again, right? Open lightning resource. When did we do? Card, right? Okay, this one, right? This is the one. Let us see. This is the application. This is the card. Did I created anything? Okay, selected. I'm just checking out whether that's the card or not. Yes, this is the card. This is the card, right? This is the card. So this card I can call inside. What is that? LC underscore 1305 underscore EG2 underscore CARD. Check the spelling is correct or not. Control S. Perfect. Close. Close. Go ahead and see the preview. See, exactly like account structure I'm building. Burlington. There also, if you go to the account also, the top is this. Oh, sorry. Account. The top is this card. We'll talk about background later. Top is this card. Here also now you see that the output, sorry, the output, the top is this card. Then we have this another component. I can create individual components. I can place it like this. See, inside the card, I'm calling one component which I created on 13th, a week back. I'm calling it any card, n number of cards you can call. You can call n number of cards, right? Clear now, right? Now you can apply your CSS for each.
Can we control the columns also?
Sorry.
Now can we control the columns also? It means columns. We are declaring the rows only, right?
Mhm.
Can we control the columns also?
No.
Drop
How? How can you control the columns?
based on fields, it will taking the columns.
So that's exactly no. How many fields I'm taking? How do you know? If I have a long field of 100, can I make a size equals to 10?
No, we can't.
So 100 will be 100. If you say no, yes, Rupam, I want to make it to 10 and I want a scroll bar, then that's a separate story. That's again, right? HTML based development. Yes, I have a 100 field. I don't want to display a long field. I want just 3 fields to be shown and then there should be scroll bar. You can do that, but I realistically no. We don't, in an input form, we never give a scroll bar to input. Whichever input form you take in the world, whichever, whether it's a, whichever entry form you take, entry form will never have in the field scroll. If it's a 100 page, it will be long as 100. That is the reason you don't have a right width to be right controlled. It's a good question. You can find it out. Yes. Right.
Yes, sir.
Clear now with the card, with the
Can we give
layout?
one row space?
Sorry.
Can we give the row space, one row space between one component to another?
Yes, you can. Why not? Where do you want a row space? You have a break tag, you have a paragraph tag, you have a non-breaking tag. What is that? NBSP or something? Right? NBSP, right? In a single line, I want to give a gap without breaking. HTML command and is NBSP. There's a command there. You can find in Google. You want to push it to the next line. How many paragraph you want? Give a PPPPP tag between the cards. You can. Yes. Understood? Right?
So far we are not saving data into database, right? It's just on
Wait.
the browser.
We'll do that. We have not stopped on that. We have not started the data services.
Sure.
When we'll
Okay.
come to the data services concept, we will see. Right? Either with the data services or with a controllers, we will write. So currently we are just creating the structure. So whatever the data that is there on the page, it's neither going down. I mean, it's not flowing to the database, or neither from the database it's coming up. There is no data transaction yet. We have not yet connected our components to the databases, right? Probably I will take this the first thing tomorrow, connecting to the database. We will start write a server-side controller and a client-side controller. Two controllers, basic, I will start tomorrow, right? So don't miss tomorrow's class. Make sure that you're here, because that's the first basic of your server-side and client-side controller. Clear now? Any other questions, doubts you have?
And even the pick list and all, those are still not appearing, right? So that will be covered in the next
Yep.
session.
Next session will come. Don't worry, I'll cover everything. Slowly we are moving. That's it. Right? Just moving slowly. We will cover everything as we go inside. Okay. So, any doubts? Any questions on today's class? Today, we have seen how to create sObject data type using Aura attribute, using default, how to instantiate, initialize, instantiation, how to initialize, we have seen. Then we have seen how to go ahead and create layout items to arrange the component or card, anything you can arrange with it, to arrange a component or a card, how to arrange it. We have seen that, right? Any doubts, questions on this?
Rupam, I have a doubt
Come
here.
in, come in.
So if we given a layout item size equal to 12, so it will automatically take 6 rows as a mandate.
What is that? If you give it 12, then why it will take 6?
No, I am talking about the rows now. If you are giving size 12, so it will take 12 columns, but the rows I'm asking.
Why? Why?
The size is yeah.
Okay, for example, the first one is 12. Do you think it's taking 6 as row size? I have an output here. LA 1905 example 1. How many are there? There are 3 layouts. The first layout, is it taking 6? 6 rows? Count it? No. That depends on the size of that component. If the size of the component is 3, it will take only 3. If the size of component is 1, it will take only 1. If the size of component is 5, it will take 5 rows. If the size of the component is 100, it will take 100 rows. It depends on your size. There's nothing called default. It will take 6 or something. There is no default values anywhere. It is depend on the length of your component. We are able to control the width. Length is depend on the number of fields. Length is depend on the number of what you place inside the component will decide the length. Width, we are able to control it using up to 12. Length will be auto decided by the system. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
And by the way, you know that the top component, whichever the component that we inserted, this component is again calling another component inside it. Do you know this? You see that this part, the last buttons, this last button is another component. That means when I go to this component, inside this component, another component is there. So now I'm calling this component 1305 is inside what? 1905. Inside 1905, you have 1305. Inside 1305, you will find 1205. Component inside component inside component, nested components. Inside, when I open this 1305, you will be able to see inside 1305, there is a 1205. If you open it, all works. how many nested will work, how many nested you can create, that many nested it will work. Okay, guys, that's it for today. We will meet tomorrow again at the same time, right? And we will start with your basics of your server side controllers and client side controllers, right? Tomorrow would be a
Ru-
little bit of theoretical classes before we
Rupam, I have a
take up.
question. If you are not
Correct.
taken size, it will be taken default, it will be 12.
Yes, if you have not taken in layout, it will take default 12. That's the reason every time it's taking 12, 12, 12.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, right? Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Bye bye, guys.